Hey, how's it going? I'm going to talk about a topic that I feel like every other person out there is already talking about, but I figured why not throw my unmonetized 2 cents into the mix with everyone else. I'm sure you've heard about this already, but just in case you haven't, YouTube is going to demonetize channels that aren't big enough or important enough. And I'm sure this may come as a shock to some of you guys, but that includes me. But let me explain to you why I'm upset about this. And actually, it has nothing to do with the fact that I won't be getting paid. That doesn't bother me a whole lot. The thing that bothers me is I only recently just got monetization back on my channel. I don't think I've ever talked about this before, but back in November of 2016, I actually lost monetization on my channel. And I don't think it actually had anything to do with YouTube. I think the issue was something got screwy with my AdSense account. And since YouTube monetization goes through AdSense, it kind of just made it so that YouTube monetization didn't work. And I tried to get the account set back up a couple of times, but after like 3 attempts, I'm like, I'm not too concerned about this. But then late last year, in December, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot again. I'm gonna see if I can get my AdSense account up and running. And early December of 2017, that's when I started earning money again. And then a couple days ago, I woke up and read an email from YouTube that was like, yo dog, I hope you enjoyed your 1 month of monetization back on your channel because we're taking it away next month. And I'm like, great, that's kind of a kick in the face. But the reason I'm not really that upset about this is because I was making so little money that it didn't really matter. And that's kind of why I didn't bother with trying to get monetization back on my channel when my AdSense account got messed up. And for those of you who don't know, the way AdSense works is they don't even pay you any money until you have earned at least $100. You can always use the argument like every little bit helps, which yes and no, it's partially true, but it's also not that true. The amount of money can be encouraging, but let's just say I'm making about 50 cents a month. If I make that much money a month consistently, which is unrealistic, but I'm using this as an example. If you're making 50 cents a month, you won't see any of that money for almost 17 years. And I am making less money than that. Significantly less money than that. So monetization for me isn't really a big concern. Now granted, I didn't re-monetize all the videos on my channel because I didn't want to go through everything. At the moment I have, I think, 10 videos monetized. So the amount of money I've made is a little skewed, but honestly, my videos don't get that many views. If I would have gone through every single video, I maybe would have added a few more cents to the amount of money I'm making. But since remonetization, I have earned less than 10 cents. Technically, I don't think I'm supposed to be talking about how much money I'm earning, but considering I'm gonna have monetization revoked from my channel anyways, I'm not too concerned about it. And I think it's more of just the idea that I'm losing monetization, the fact that I straight up can't make money from any of my videos. And that's mostly what bothers me about this whole situation. If I'm not concerned about making money, that doesn't mean other people aren't concerned, obviously. And of course there are people who are larger than me who are actually earning money, but still fall underneath the requirements to maintain monetization on their channel. But you also kind of have to look at this from multiple angles. Do I think it's good that YouTube is doing this? No, not really. But I do kind of understand where they're coming from. Their goal is to try to avoid monetizing videos that shouldn't necessarily be monetized. I don't know if this is necessarily the best way of doing this, but what are you gonna do? YouTube does what they want. And I'm definitely not about to talk about how good of a job I think YouTube is doing, because I think anyone who uses this website regularly would realize that they could be doing a lot of things better. But honestly, overall, this doesn't really bother me a whole lot. And I'm sure some of that is because I am on the much lower end of the spectrum, to where whether my channel is monetized or not, I won't really be seeing any money, regardless if my videos are actually making money or not. And maybe I'm not the right person to be talking about this subject. But also some of it is probably because I'm being pessimistic and I've gotten cynical over the years. I've been thinking about my YouTube channel or the state of my YouTube channel for the past 3 years. And by no means have I made enough money to heavily benefit from it. Most of the money that I earned was like, oh hey, I have money that I can buy a game with now. And over the years, my channel has actually been declining a lot. In fact, just in 2016, I actually would have been passing the threshold to keep monetization that they are now establishing. Because back then, I still have 3,000 subscribers, but I am getting significantly less views and view times. But I think 2016 was the last year that I would have had enough view time on my videos. Currently, if I go to my analytics and look at the view time, one of the requirements to keep monetization, or to be allowed in the YouTube Partner Program, is to have 4,000 hours of watch time on your videos, which is 240,000 minutes. Currently, if I look at my analytics, I have about 60,000 minutes. But luckily, YouTube is giving us a 30-day notice before they are removing monetization. So I have about a month to get 180,000 more minutes watched. I will not be making that threshold. So as of February 20, 2018, I will no longer be able to make money on my videos. And I wish I could say that there will no longer be ads on my videos, but most of the live streams I upload seem to be hit with Content ID match, so other people get to make money from my videos, which is always nice. I've complained about this before. It's not a topic of this video, so I'll just move along. So you might be wondering, what are you going to do after you lose monetization? I'm not going to do anything. I've been uploading videos simply because I still enjoy making them for the past 3 years and haven't really been concerned about how much money or if I'm even making money on any of them. So especially at this moment, I'm not going to worry about it a whole lot. Maybe a couple years down the line, if the state of my channel changes at all, maybe I'll get a little concerned about it more. But for the moment, it won't do anything to me. And honestly, I am really curious about how this is going to affect the website as a whole, for both larger YouTubers and smaller YouTubers that are no longer going to be making any money. But of course, we'll have to wait for the changes to take effect. So I feel like I'm an outlier in this situation, because every video I've seen on this topic, which I've only seen a handful of them, people, of course, they're upset about it. And I wouldn't say I'm for these changes, I would just say I'm okay with them. But I would like to know how it is going to affect larger creators who are also going to be affected by this. Anyway, those are my opinions. I don't usually make opinion videos, but I figured since this one pertains to me, maybe something in here is relevant or useful to someone. I don't know. Don't blame me.